Hello, welcome to another section of Sweet Science. In today's video, we'll be looking at application of surface tension. Application of surface tension. Guest teacher with us today in the name of Miss Peace. Actually, Miss Peace has been watching us and she called me that she would like to be part of this. Let's hear her. Miss Peace, here.
Hello everyone, you're welcome to another edition of Sweet Science. I am Miss Peace Nwanko. I'm a graduate of Pure and Applied Chemistry from the University of Lagos, Nigeria.
Miss Peace is a private person, so she is ready to take up any job when you call. Now we go straight to the point. We're looking at temperature. The first one will be looking at temperature. We notice that increase in temperature reduces surface tension. That's why you are able to use hot water in washing your plates, clothes, anything. Let's just experiment. So Miss Peace will be using cold water. I'll be using hot water. Let's see what will happen. Use your own. I'm pouring my hot water to clean. Miss Peace, pour and shake. I will pour my own and shake. When I pour, I will shake. I need more hot water. You see? Shake. Guys, your seeing has and seeing mine. Mine is actually cleaning perfectly well. I need to see. Oh, Miss Peace, what is happening?
This is not fair.
Eh?
It's not fair. Oil is not
Mine
going up.
is not going up. So you can see, hot water actually reduces surface tension so that water can easily now wash off the stain. You notice that hot water, when you wash with hot water, wash your white clothes with hot water and then wash with cold water, compare the two and you see that the one you washed with hot water will be brighter than the one you wash with cold water. Again, in hospitals, in big restaurants, you see them washing their beddings. In big hotels, you see them washing their beddings with hot water. And then in restaurants, you see them washing their plates with hot water so that it will be easier for them to clean off. So,
remember, in the medical world, we are told after having an oily food, we should ensure we have a warm water or a hot water. Why? Because it enables the oily food to float down the trachea, the throat, the lungs, so that cholesterol build can reduce. Okay, ma. Please, how do I make this clean?
okay, you make this skin by adding surfactants. Surfactants, surface active agents. They are amphiphilic molecules that consist of hydrophilic portion, that is water loving, and hydrophobic portion, that is water hating and grease loving. So they are our tablet soap, detergents, and then liquid soap. You can now, when you add this soap into your water, what will it do to your water? The hydrophilic, that is water loving, will actually decrease the surface tension. And then when you start washing the plate, you can start washing. If you now start washing this plate with your liquid, you start washing it with your liquid, you now notice that the hydrophobic portion will attach itself to the grease, and when they attach themselves to the grease, what will happen? They lock out the grease, and then the water will now go in to actually pull everything off, and you have your clean plate. Still wash, then wash, and then you can have your rinse it with water, only water now. Oh, sorry, you now have your clean plate. I hope it's now fair enough.
Thank you.
So, telling us that you can use these surfactants anywhere, the liquid soap, tablet, detergents, in cleaning of your surfaces, any surface, your portion of your clothes, the clothes that maybe you don't want to use the hot water, you can use cold water with detergents. You can actually use hot water and detergent also to get a cleaner surface. Thank you.
Thank you, Mom.
Application of surface tension is the waterproof material. Actually, the thread used to weave tents and other waterproof materials are treated with oil-based substance which repels the water. Is able to repel the water. It makes it difficult for water to drip in. But another thing I want to show you is that if by mistake you touch the waterproof material from inside, you will notice that it will start dripping from inside. If you touch it from inside, it will start dripping from inside. Thank you. This is another application of surface tension. You now see the water is not dripping, it's not penetrating through the leaves, because the leaves, just like the umbrella, seems to be like oil-based treated substance. That's as if it is treated with an oil-based substance. That's why it's not penetrating. That's why when it's raining heavily, you find shade under the trees, and you will not be as wet as you would have been when you are out of the shade. Next application is the insecticide used by farmers. Soap is added to the chemical solution used by farmers to fight insect pests. The soap increases the wetting power of the solution. That is, it decreases the surface tension so that the solution spreads more easily and thinly over a greater area of the leaf surfaces. As you can see right now, she has finished adding her soap. She will carry her solution and then start spreading. She will start spraying. She is spraying. As she's spraying, you notice that the solution is spreading more and thinly. You are not noticing the droplets. Again, you see it. You not see the droplets of water again. So making it to spread more and cover a greater area of the leaf surface. It will now cover a greater area of the leaf surface. That's another application of surface tension. The knowledge of surface tension will help you to do this and get your insects and pests killed easily in the farm. Another application is in the use of ethanol in making hand sanitizer. Remember, we are advised to use alcohol-based hand sanitizer to sanitize our hands. This is ethanol. You have it, you cannot feel it. When you pour it, see it evaporating. Now, why do we need to use this ethanol? Actually, it decreases the surface tension of the virus and kills it. It kills the germs. That is the work. It kills the germs. And somebody will now ask me, what about soap? Using soap to wash hands. When you use your soap to wash your hands, what happens is this: the soap will dislodge the germs and then wash them away. Then, when the water is not disposed properly, you actually notice that the viruses, once they get a conducive environment, they start thriving again. So, alcohol-based sanitizer is actually better than washing the hands with soap. Even when you finish washing the hand with soap, I always tell my students, children, anybody, just sanitize also. Then the next one is the bleach. The bleach. Here we have bleach. It's in the family of phenol.
No.
Okay.
Okay, no. This bleach is also called a surfactant, in the sense that it's a disinfectant. What does it do? It's whenever it comes to contact with any surface, it penetrates the germs cells and destroy them, thereby leaving the surface clean and disinfected.
Okay. Now the next one is kerosene. We have our kerosene here. Actually, we know that mosquitoes lay their eggs on the water surface and the eggs will continue floating. Now for you to dislodge them, just spray the surface with kerosene, and kerosene will reduce the surface tension of the water and the eggs will actually sink. And when they sink, what happens? Do they really die?
Kerosene, being an organic based substance, is immiscible with water. Hence, when it comes in contact with water, it reduces the penetration of oxygen into the water. And mosquito larvae, mosquito eggs need oxygen for them to breathe and thrive. So the presence of kerosene reduces the presence of oxygen in the water. This sinks and eventually dies.
Okay, so it will not make them to sink.
Yes,
and
then eventually they die. But I have a question. What do you think about the use of salt? Can salt also be used to reduce the surface tension of some liquid substance?
In our earlier video, where we treated density, what salt does is that it increases the density of the liquid.
Okay.
Salt increases the density of the liquid, and anything that is less dense than that liquid, that where you have added the salt, will float. But anything that is denser than that will sink. All right. Application is the making of bubbles. The making of bubbles. Actually, water alone cannot make bubbles. You need to add detergent. When you add the detergent to the water, it reduces the surface tension, and then your bubbles are made. Do it now. Let the bubbles come out. Plenty. I can catch. I'm catching them. Then another example also is water striders. Water striders are able to walk on water due to the fact that beneath their claws is made with a kind of material that actually made them to cling to the surface of the water, and are able to walk. And you watch out, you see their long claws, very long. That's why they're able to walk on water. Question time? Fun time. Now we'll be looking at questions that have been asked over the years by WAEC, NECO, and JAMB. Now we start. Question 1. Miss Peace.
Question 1 is, in which of the following is surface tension important?
All
A. The floating of a ship on water.
No, that's density.
B. The floating of a dry needle in water.
Okay, here I have my dry needle. Let me, you can see it floating. Continue.
C. The floating of a balloon in air.
No,
D.
that's
The
not it.
diffusion of sugar solution across membranes.
We did not mention any of those while taking the lecture. So the correct option is option
B.
B.
The floating of dry needle in water.
Correct.
Question 2. When the temperature of a liquid is increased, its surface tension is A. Decrease, B. Increases, C. Remain constant, and D. Increase, then decreases.
Decreases. The answer is decreases. So what option?
Okay, the option is option A.
So
Decreases.
increasing temperature decreases the surface tension.
Just like we saw while we were carrying out that
Of course.
of the oil and the
They
hot
can
water.
actually play back, refresh the videos.
Question 3. What does not drop through an open umbrella of silk material unless the inside of the umbrella is touched? What does not drop through an open umbrella of silk material unless the inside of the umbrella is touched? A. Osmotic pressure, B. Capillarity, C. Surface tension, and D. Viscosity.
Is surface tension. Cut. Question 3.
Question 3 says, water does not drop through an open umbrella or silk material unless the inside of the umbrella is touched due to A. Osmotic pressure, B. Capillarity, C. Surface tension, and D. Viscosity.
Surface tension, of course.
Question 4. Calculate the force required to lift a needle 4 cm along all the surface of water if the surface tension of water is 7.3 times 10 raised to power minus 2 Newton per meter.
Come again.
Calculate the force required to lift a needle 4 cm long off the surface of water if the surface tension of water is 7.3 times 10 raised to power minus 2 Newton per meter.
So our solution is to bring out known parameters. The length is given to us, the surface tension is given to us, and then from our formula we said that surface tension is equal to force all over 2L, and then this will give us force all over 2 times our length is 4 cm. You must change to SI unit, you change to meters, so times 0.04 meters, and then we are going to make force the subject of the formula. The surface tension is 7.3 times 10 to power minus 2 Newton per meter is equal to force all over 2 times 0.04 meters. Now, making force the subject of the formula, this goes to multiply, so it will be 7.3 times 10 to power minus 2 Newton per meter times 2 times 0.04 meters. If you solve this, it will give you 5.8 times 10 to power minus 3 newtons. That's the force. The next question, question 5, will be given to you as an assignment. I want you guys to solve them, answer the questions, and then send your comments back on the comment box. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.